Week I did end up buying Victoria's Secret, Visco, and I've made some money off of it, which I was super happy about. Though, of course, goals get to a stable trading system so that way you're not happy about wins because you expect it. That's what it's going to be. That's what it's working towards. But man, I got so happy about the win. If I had a girlfriend, I'd buy some Victoria's Secret just to get back. Fuck. All right, so we're going to cover that and a couple of other stocks to watch for next week. They close above the price points that I want them to, that I need them to. Let's get into Visco. And shout out to my mom, who can't see me right now, but still recording with my shirt off and do-rag on. All right. So this is the weekly view. Remember this from last week. Even closed a little bit above the green. Let's get down to the daily. So I bought around 20, around blue line right there. Bought there. And typically my target would be up here to where it gets rejected. But be conservative. Instead of getting right there, I chose lower and closed at 22, 24 and sold there. So went closed there. Validation point I had set was around high around 19, around here, my invalidation point. So that worked out good. And if it continues to go past this point and goes up, cool, great for them. What I'm predicting though next week is for it to maybe buy in here, maybe peter in, then retrace and go back to lower lows, and then we'll call that from there. Target, which I may or may not buy. The monthly view, you see this monthly liquidity zone here. We saw it dip down once, bam, first bounce, then again, second bounce, bam. You see it didn't get as high with that point last time. But more importantly, where the bouncy ball mean? One, two, and typically it eats shit. So if this does have some action, let's come down to the weekly. I'm seeing it maybe peter here a little bit, but then turn up and possibly get to here and then reject. So for me, a buy zone would likely be around this point, matching there. But most of it because I want to see that momentum going to the other side. So if it does get a close above here, that might be a buy, then go in. Otherwise, I see it going lower, and then it may come up here a little bit but just to try to retrace it, though I don't see it holding. I see more so of it going down. I don't see it going sideways like this and petering. I see it being more decisive, so to speak. It's like this one had a big drop there, came back up, boom. And you see that it gets right close to around where its last low was there. You can even call it, because the lowest down here is 145.08. The high here, 145.08. Read it and fucking weep. So I'm seeing the same thing here. So it does, like I said, close above this point, 107, yeah, 106, 107-ish, around there. It does close there. I see it going up to 111 and then rejecting. Extreme maybe, but I don't feel safe with it. So yes, monthly, it did come down to its liquidity zone, similar to Target. How it's well, this one's different, but it's been on a downtrend, came near liquidity, soaked it up a little bit, got close, and then went back. As we can see on this date, I marked out that it would stop here. So it was already past this, so I figured, oh, it's going down. Oh, it's going to continue down. But it did not. Instead, it found a little bit of footing. It came up. What makes me anxious about this one is looking at the monthly, its past trend. Last up for the down move, bam, rejects. Last up for the down move, rejects. Last up for the down move, etc., etc. We see that pattern continue throughout. Granted, this is also the lows stay relatively the same while the highs got lower. And this is just getting lower lows, lower lows, lower lows. So I think this may go sideways or form a tunnel to kind of bounce around. I'm still not confident in it going up to touch this blue line where it was doing its lows, but in it coming down, possibly. Like if it came down to here again, and then maybe close above this area, and then it ran back up, then I could see it bouncing around there going sideways, and that could still be played for SFP. Though I'm going to sit and wait and see what happens next week. Tentatively, if it makes a run for it, all power to it. I'm not confident in that. I'm more confident that it's going to come back down to this liquidity zone again, or at least maybe around here to test the water, soak a little bit up and go for another run, or possibly drop below. Right now, I'm seeing it it's gonna come down and then go back. Granted, it's also on the monthly, it's the weekly. Let's see how it came up. That's what I was talking about. Drop, bam, then came back. Then on the daily, you can see a little gap up there. It's kind of just petering around. So this one, we're gonna see what happens. As I said before, I'm still gonna be confident in my call that you look at this line. One, a two, a three, bam. I'm still seeing this break down. So I revise that with a daily look, saying if it does break down there, it'll maybe come back to 916, 918 around there. That's if it goes down here, as said. All right, that's a couple of looks. We're gonna see what happens with that. I have other looks, but those are going to be discussed today. All right, later.